Alright, so once again we got a lot of bees going on here. It's pretty amazing that all these little creatures can be flying around you and they don't even bother you. Good little lesson. Talk to you later.
Can you hear that okay? Back there? Okay, good. So you're on in 2 hours, right? You know that? Okay. So we have, we're going to do two bee beards here on two people who've never had any experience with bees. So it's a little bit risky, but that's what this is all about. And how we do it is we have these swarm clusters here, and we take the queen that's in a cage here, trapped in a cage, and we hang a necklace around the person, and then we hold the queen cage up about just underneath the Adam's apple, and pour the bees on them, and the bees, they cluster up into this bee beard shape. That's how it's done. It's kind of fun. It's what beekeepers do for fun, and it demonstrates how gentle bees can be. So it just takes us about 2 or 3 minutes to get set up. We have a smoker running and some cardboard, and Kyle and Jennifer. So we'll get Kyle started. Come on over here, Kyle. So just face there. You can see the bee beard in the glass. You see the glass there? So you just put yourself over so you can see it happen. So Kyle's got obviously a small shirt, but it's perfect for a bee beard because the material is right tight against his body. So if a person does get stung in the bee beard, it's because the bee gets caught under the clothing, and then the person moves and then traps the bee, and the bee feels threatened. But there's virtually no aggression with the bee. So as long as the bee doesn't get trapped in there, she'll just do fine. So Kyle, and then we're going to do 2. The other person is Jennifer, the animal handler that was here. She hasn't been exposed to bees, so she wants to try a bee beard, which would be kind of neat as well. Are you going to help or watch? You take pictures? Okay. So I'm just going to start Kyle off slowly with the queen in a cage, and that'll get him used to some of the bees walking on him, and he'll get used to the sensation. The sensation is like a tickling sensation because the bees are quite light. This cluster here in front of me has about 10,000 bees in it, and it weighs about 2 pounds or 1 kilo. So inside is a queen. She's trapped inside this little plastic cage, and she starts the attraction of the bee beard because she has a scent it's like a perfume smell, and it attracts the bees to her. And then when the bees land on her, when there's enough bees that land on her, they form a cluster. Then the other bees can't smell the queen anymore, so the worker bees that are on the queen, they give off their own pheromone. So just stand up over here, and we'll probably start the bee beard as we're. That's right. Excellent. So we're just going to start with a couple of 100 bees on Kyle till he gets used to that. Them walking on him. That's not too many. And he's got a nice hairy chest, so they can hold on to that. So that's a good grip for the bees. And if at any time, Kyle becomes uncomfortable, he just tells me, and then we stop the bee beard. Okay, here, a little bit from the bottom. And Eric, can you hold this like a Jennifer? No? Okay. Excellent. You have a camera you want to bring up? Or? Yeah, and then just get it. So the idea to start Kyle out is just to put about 50 or 60 around him, just so he gets used to them, the sensation of the flight around, because some people, they can't take that bees flying around them. They instinctively want to swat, and we want to make sure that he doesn't get into that mode. So his job is to be grounded, drop his shoulders, be one with nature, relax. And then after he's comfortable and after we talk to him, we'll add more bees. Almost. Almost. There we go. Okay, that's enough to get him used to. Okay, so Kyle is starting out. He's got bees on him. He's got about 50 or 60 bees. Can you see them in the window there? And so now the idea is just to leave him and see if he can become comfortable with it, and then we'll ask him in a few minutes if he wants to carry on, and we'll continue. In the meantime, we'll set Jennifer up here as for her bee beard. So just you're going to use this cluster here. So you just stand so you can see yourself in the window there, and then Eric will grab the bee. And you know, you just talk to me if you're uncomfortable. Let me know. And, yeah. Okay, good. Okay, good. So I'm looking for two things. I'm looking for the behavior of the bees and the behavior of the person wearing the bees. The bee behavior we're looking for is a relaxed position. You know, they're not up on their legs, and they're fanning an orientation pheromone, which is happening on these bees on this cage. So that's great behavior. That's good behavior for the bees. No. And then the behavior of the people wearing the bee beards is if they're relaxed, if they're grounded, if they just basically can just hang out for a bit and not feel stressed. So we're just going to put a couple of bees on Jennifer as well, just to get her used to. So again, we go slowly to start to make sure that the people wearing the bee beards can handle the squeamish feeling about bees flying around them and bees crawling on them. Okay, and how are you doing? Excellent. Okay, so we'll add a couple more. Okay, I'm just going to move the cage up a little bit so that we get a beard that's higher, and these bees be walking on a little bit more. So what do you feel? You feel them on your skin? And what's it feel like? Is it a little ticklish? So there's three sensations. So he's got, Kyle said there's a ticklish sensation, and that's quite natural as the bees start to walk on them and they have, you know, their wings are fluttering. And then there's a prickling sensation you'll feel when they actually grab on. Bees have two claws on the end of their feet, their tarsi, and they actually hold on, and they hold on to each other that way, like the plastic monkey game. That's how they. So it's not a hard attachment, but it does work if the person doesn't move around. They do hang on together quite nicely. So again, we're going to go slowly again for Kyle, just a few more. And most of this is just so that he gets used to the sensation again of the bees on him. We tilt the cardboard down at the front because bees like to walk rather than fly, and they're attracted to light. So they walk up and towards the light rather than fly. It's a trip, isn't it? Can you hold the cardboard? Yeah, just like that. Yeah, perfect. And then just keep it against your body instead of moving it away and against in case the bee gets caught in there. So just keep it against your body. So Jennifer's bee beard is the start of it is absolutely perfect. The bees along the cage are clustering tightly around the queen. They smell her, and all the bees on the outside are fanning. If you look closely, their abdomens or their tip of the abdomen is up in the air. They're fanning their wings back. I can see closely from here that there's a little white gland being exposed, and that's giving off a scent which is like an Old Spice aftershave smell, and that attracts all the bees in the air to her. So we don't have to use the cardboard. We can just take the cluster of bees and toss them up in the air, and they'll all land on her, but it takes about a half an hour.